Thank you for tuning into the Model Connection podcast. I am your host, Eric Harrell. Please like, follow, and subscribe on social media and everywhere you get your podcast. Links are in the description. With us today is a very special guest.
Hey, y'all. My name is Karen Hollingsworth. I'm a freelance model. I've been into it 4 years now, and I have been in 5 issues of Retro Lovely magazine, and I've got 1 issue of Katana magazine coming out, and I am ready to go for this interview.
Karen, thank you for being here on this episode of the Model Connection podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So now I want to get started. You and I have got a very interesting background that we kind of, I would say we conjoined a little bit. Both of us grew up on, as I say, the family farm. Tell me about your time on family farm, as they say.
Well, I grew up on a little farm in Spencer, Tennessee.
Okay, I know exactly what that is.
Yeah. My dad raised beef cattle. We lived down by the river on Caney Fork, and we grew hay and huge garden. It was good times. Lots of work. Hard.
Oh yes,
hard
you probably
work.
had your share of a driving the tractor, baling the hay,
Yes.
feeding the calves in the cold winter months.
Yes. Bottle feeding.
Bottle feeding.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we all grew up. Okay, that's probably the best way to grow up. I feel that's how I did. I mean, I've always cherished that time. I swear to God, I do.
Good work ethic. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have been modeling only 4 years.
Yeah, I think I started around 2018 is my first.
What took you so long?
Yeah, I got a little bit of a late start.
Yeah, what took you so long?
I don't know. It just was never on my radar whatsoever. No, it's just, I don't know. I've always been kind of a tomboy.
Okay, yeah.
Considered myself a little homely looking. I was even
Farm girl.
Yeah.
Farm girl, tomboy. Now, I can see that to a point, but then, no. Farm girls, yeah, I tell you what, there are some very attractive farm girls, okay? And very attractive farm girls that grow up to be models, such as Karen Hollingsworth, okay?
I don't know. Well,
Yes, you are. So now tell me, what was it that finally convinced you to give modeling a try?
Well, I don't know. I had done like glamour shots
Okay.
back in the late 80s, early 90s. You know, that came around.
And that craze come around?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Did that with my sister-in-law at the time.
Okay.
And that didn't stick with me. I was just like, this is so dumb. But, you know, I did it, you know, teased our hair to Jesus or whatever. But it was fun just for a minute. But, you know, it just seemed like a waste of money to me. But then later on, fast forward about 20 years, I'm in my late 40s at the time and working at Bridgestone. One of my coworkers is a photographer, and he talks to my best friend, or one of my really good friends, and asks her if she thinks that I might try some pictures, you know, for him for his studio.
Okay.
And you know, she asked me, and she's like, you know, you ought to try that. And I was like, I don't know, but you know, I was going through a rough time. I was going through a divorce and had some low self-esteem and some depression at the time. So, you know, I thought about it, probably gave it a good 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah, I kicked it around like,
Wow.
oh, you know.
That long?
Yeah. I'm like, this is just not something I want to, you know, I had so much going on and so much to do, working overtime, trying to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm like, I've got to do something to get my mind off everything else. And, you know, I called him up. I was like, let's do this. Let's do something, you know, fun. This will be fun for me, I think.
Yeah.
So we did. We picked a time and went for it. And his name was John Carter.
Okay.
And he's starting to get a good name in the business now.
Okay, yes.
And so we did it in the first, I think I brought like 10, 12 outfits.
Bring your whole wardrobe,
we
okay?
put a good 3 or 4 hours in, bless his heart, because I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but so I was wore out, and but it gave me a little boost, for myself when they came back and she showed me the pictures. I felt good.
On your first shoot, were you scared to death? Had the normal butterflies in the
Oh
stomach
yeah,
the size of
yeah.
pterodactyls? And
Yeah, yeah, in the pictures, I look stiff as a board, like,
hey, you
"Ugh."
got to get started somewhere.
But I smiled.
Hey, all right, all right. Okay, so that was your first shoot. Now, your second shoot, if you remember it. How did your second shoot go?
Yeah, a little more relaxed.
Good, good.
Yeah, I started researching online. What do these girls do in their pictures? Besides just stand there. There's got to be some form of art in this. And what do they do?
Mm-hmm.
And started researching the poses a little bit more. Facial expressions, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing, and eye contact, whatever.
Right.
And my pictures looked a little bit better. You know, um, just brought 3 outfits that
Just,
time. So.
just 3 this time, huh? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Done in 1 suitcase this time, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So this time we did an outdoor. Of course, it was in the middle of July. It was so hot, so
Yes.
hot.
Yes.
We did an outdoor shoot that time, so it was kind of broke me in on that one. Yeah, and then having to find a restroom to change clothes.
Okay, okay.
That gets difficult on some of these shoots. So.
Oh, yes, the public restrooms out behind the bushes every so often, a backseat of vehicles, just anywhere you possibly can,
Behind a big tree.
Behind the big tree, yes, yes. All right, now going along that same line there, what do you classify your modeling brand as?
Um, I don't know. I like a variety.
Okay,
I'm not the type of person that gets in a rut and wants to do one thing in my life ever.
okay,
But I do like to stay away from nudity or implied. It's
okay,
just not my personality.
okay,
It's not the way I was raised.
okay.
Not that I have anything against that for other people. That's their business. That's what they like,
Mm-hmm,
and they make good money at it.
mm-hmm.
Kudos for them.
Right,
But I do feel like I'm good at the outdoor type modeling, like for hiking, maybe for advertising, things like that.
okay,
I did a shoot for Anthony Ladd once. He was advertising some hiking uh, things that he posts on trees for trails, so trail markers.
mm-hmm,
And we went to a state park and did some videos for him to show people how they're put up and where to look for them.
mm-hmm.
And I had to do, the hiking attire, the backpacks, everything,
Right.
the boots, and I really enjoyed that. That was awesome. That's something I want to do again, and I like athletic wear. That's kind of a good thing, and evening gowns. I like doing that.
Everybody, take your notes now. She's telling you what she likes. This is your
Yeah,
opportunity. Write
yeah,
down these notes, okay?
yeah.
Evening gowns, hiking wear.
Yeah, just
Okay.
just a variety. Any fashion I can do, anything like that. And even a bikini. I'm not opposed to that. It's just there's beauty in everything. You don't necessarily have to take it all off.
Sure, sure.
Always leave something for imagination.
I always tell models to shoot to your comfort level, okay?
Right, right.
If you're comfortable doing what you're doing, all the images will be fantastic, okay?
Exactly. You can tell, in the images if that model is happy and comfortable and
Mm-hmm.
enjoying what she's doing.
What is it at a shoot that makes you really feel comfortable? Is it your conversation with the photographer, content? What is it?
Photographer relationship helps. If I go and I have not met him that kind of makes it feel uncomfortable if we haven't discussed or talked ahead of time on what we want to accomplish. If they haven't gotten with me the day before, about time, date, uh, where we're going to meet, directions, that kind of thing. I don't know. Something just doesn't seem right.
Yeah. In my business, I had so much planning. If we were doing somewhere on location, I would check location. I would check all of my gear. If I had an assistant, I would always check with him. Makeup artist, check with her, and I would just check and double check. Only thing I could not check with was actually Mother Nature.
Yeah.
She's got her own plan,
Mm-hmm.
but I had so much mental work planning things out. And I know models are the same way. You've got to plan your wardrobe, what to carry, what to not carry, what will he like, even though we have discussed everything. Do I carry this? I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to carry it anyhow. So you end up carrying your 20 outfits to a shoot when you only need 30, okay?
Because you might need it.
You might need
Yeah,
it. You
right.
might- So, what has been your best experience thus far in modeling?
My best experience is not putting so much effort into it and not glamming up so much. It's just been doing an all natural shoot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're talking about
And
what? Makeup, outfits, what?
uh, uh, like an outdoor, I did like a water shoot. I
Yeah.
just wore like a white dress and a hat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just something simple. And there was, I mean, we did some planning, but not a lot.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
it was just a nature type scene, and that was fun to me. And my second most favorite was actually dressing up like Elvira.
Elvira.
She's always been my wannabe.
Yes.
And I've always dressed up like her for Halloween. So that was my
For those of you that don't know what we're talking
my
about, go to
favorite.
her website and check out her images dressed up as Elvira. You will love this. I swear you will love it.
I remember watching her as a child with my brother. He watched her shows, on TV, and I was like, maybe 8 or 9. Didn't really understand what she was talking about, but I just thought she had the coolest hair, and the best makeup, and I was like, I'm going to do that one day. It's like artwork.
Yes. On the location shoots, even in the studio shoots, how much planning do you go through?
Well,
Even though the photographer says, I want you to have this, have that, just like this, or just like that. Do you go through your wardrobe? Okay, this won't work, that won't work.
yeah. Well, yeah, it kind of like that. I mean, I go through, depending on what we're wanting to do, I go through what I have first.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have anything quite like that, or I might have a few pieces,
Mm-hmm.
then I will go through like some local thrift stores
Mm-hmm.
or something like Plato's Closet. It's got some high end used clothes.
Okay.
Then I'll order from Amazon. Amazon is my friend.
Am-
I have gotten so much stuff from Amazon, especially during the quarantine stage. During
Okay.
COVID, I wore them out.
You-
But what
so you're good friends with the Amazon delivery guy, huh?
yeah. There's so many neat accessories you can find there, for a shoot that you would never see in a store. Never.
Wow.
Yeah, especially around Murfreesboro, Nashville. Even in the small town, you're not going to find that stuff. So, yeah, I wear them out. I love it.
What
Anything
is your
unique.
What is your favorite concept for a shoot? What you just say? Yes, I'm gonna rock this shoot. I love doing this. What is your favorite concept?
Well,
Oh, she's laughing now. Let's hear
I,
it.
I like doing something you wouldn't think I would normally do. Um,
Tell me now. Got my
well,
curiosity
I
piqued.
guess because I'm normally kind of dress like this,
Okay. Okay.
or say yoga pants and a t-shirt going to exercise.
Okay.
I like maybe doing something black with chains or rips, or you know, the opposite of my persona.
Am I right in thinking possibly the biker chick look?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I would like to do that. Which I've done some black goth looking things, but
Gothic look. Okay.
yeah, yeah, but I like doing something opposite me
Hmm.
sometimes. Yeah, yeah,
And that would be your biker chick look, the
y-
gothic look,
yeah,
something along that line.
yeah.
Everybody, you better be taking some notes out there.
Or
This is what she likes doing.
yeah,
Gothic look. Okay, where can I
yeah.
get me a Harley Davidson bike at
Or
me? Okay,
rocker chick. I like.
rocker chick. There
Yeah,
we
I
go.
love
Okay,
music. Love
you
music.
love music.
So yes.
Favorite style is.
Besides rocker chick. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I have so many. Like I said, I don't like to just do one thing and be in a
Okay.
rut.
Okay.
I go, but my every day is like yoga pants, shorts,
Okay. Okay.
t-shirt.
Okay.
That's
And the
my
music
everyday look.
and the music that you like to listen to while they are shooting in a studio is what?
I like 90s indie rock, um, kind of the old rock,
Old rock.
hard rock,
Okay.
any of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I have to have it. If I'm in a studio, if I don't have music playing, I can't function quite right. I mean, I will, but it's just harder.
Gotta have some music
I
playing,
gotta
huh?
have some inspiration. So it gets me going.
Everybody usually has that playing. They just want to know what style you like.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta have a little rock and roll.
Have the rock and roll there going on. Exactly
It
right.
helps.
So, how have you benefited from your modeling?
Hmm. Um, Definitely internally, it has lifted my spirits. Um, it has given me self praise that I
Mm-hmm.
haven't gotten otherwise from other people
Mm-hmm.
that I might have needed, maybe. Um, it's hard. Uh,
What
self
has it? Okay,
just self confidence.
good, good, good. It taught you some things about yourself that you didn't already know.
Yeah, yeah. I can be creative
Right,
and imaginative.
right.
Yeah, and it has helped me to focus on things that are not the everyday life. I can zone out while I'm
Mm-hmm.
behind the camera or in front of the camera. I can zone out and not think about all that
Right.
for a little while. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. It it's truly that
It makes
way.
you feel good, don't it?
Hmm. It does. I mean, it's sort of like an adrenaline rush in a way, but you have to go back to reality. You know.
You feel good when you're in front of that camera. You just like, I can be this Karen Hollingsworth that I can't be in real life.
Hmm.
Is that right?
Right. Right. You're exactly but it's a good thing. It can be addictive for some,
Okay.
I guess you could say that. I see some people, it's just a constant thing. I know it's not going to be a job for me, but as long as I enjoy it and it makes me feel good, I want to keep going.
Amen.
And I know it's the same for photographers. I know they're probably not making a lot of money at it, Some people are, but I think they just truly enjoy what they do. And it's a hobby, but it's a good thing mentally for them.
That is a wonderful comment.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's like therapy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It can be. Yes.
Yeah, and it's a good hobby. Some hobbies, they're out there drinking or doing drugs or something bad, which this is something, well, you're just making pictures.
Hmm.
What does that hurt?
Your present perception of modeling, is it a different than it was 4 years ago?
Yes.
In what ways?
Well, when someone mentions the word modeling, before I got into this type
Hmm.
of modeling, you think of a runway model, 6'3", 100 pounds, and that's the only type of modeling you think of or that you know of. But there's so many different genres out there of it, um, that people don't realize that that is needed and that people do.
And why don't they realize it?
I guess they're just not exposed to it, really, I guess. Besides just looking at a glamour magazine or, looking at an entertainment TV show.
Are we that closed off and narrow minded that we just only see runway models as being modeling?
Probably, in this day and time, if it's not on TikTok or something on Facebook that you can scroll through, you don't see it. So if you don't have a friend that says, "Hey, look at this," you're not going to see it,
Okay. Okay.
basically.
Okay.
So, I guess the friends I have or family, have only seen like the modeling I do
Hmm.
by looking at my social media,
Hmm.
and they're like, okay, they don't understand. That's not a model. You're not a runway model.
Right.
But it's different. There's a need for other types.
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That's why I asked earlier what you felt more comfortable with. There is print modeling,
Hmm.
runway, of course. Uh, there's editorial. There is the glamour modeling that covers all genres in that area that I'm not going to touch on. Um, but there are many, many areas of modeling that if you're not comfortable with one, try another, okay?
Hmm.
If you've got your heart set on modeling, try different genres, okay?
Right.
If one don't work, well, okay, I'll try something.
Exactly.
I'll, I'll try something else. So,
Yeah. I mean, y there's plenty of opportunity out there. I mean, if your attribute is you're tall,
hmm.
okay, try some modeling, for tall clothing. Or if your attribute is you're petite or short, you can do petite modeling.
Hmm.
Or if your attribute is you have facial features that you could do up close modeling. Or there's like I consider my attribute would be I'm an older model and more curvy. So if I could inspire someone,
Hmm.
some of these older ladies in their 40s and 50s or whatever, to feel like they can do something like this,
Hmm. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
then I feel like I've accomplished something, to make them feel better about themselves.
If they need just that one person to get behind them and give them that little push, maybe listening to you and watching you on this podcast will convince them. Okay, I've been putting this off for years.
Yeah.
If I am going to do it, now's just the time to do it, just like you were. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of women out there feel like me. They're like, when I started, I mean, I was even told I was chubby. I was told I was homely looking,
Nah,
and I was even told nobody would want you at one point.
nah.
People are mean.
Yes,
People
they
are
are.
very mean. So you can't listen to that. You've got to get in your own head and promote yourself to yourself.
And I'll lay you odds that the people that told you those negative things are not in the industry.
No, 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 no.
How would they know? Okay.
Right. Well, yeah, it's a matter of opinion. It's
Exactly right.
everybody's got their own opinion, and
Exactly
some
right.
aren't worth much. So
Don't let somebody tell you you cannot do something, okay?
right,
If you want to do something and you've got your heart into it and your head into it,
right.
you will find a way, okay?
Hmm.
You will find a way.
And a lot comes with age too. When you get older, you think, well, how much more of time have I got to try the things I want to do and do? Why not? Let's just finish this little bucket list I have and
Right.
do some things. Try some things.
This podcast is produced by To the Moon Creative, located in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Whether you're an established or a new podcaster, To the Moon Creative offers the highest quality audio and HD multi-camera video podcasts. And if you already record your own podcasts, To the Moon Creative also offers affordable audio and video editing services with guaranteed fast turnaround time. For more information, find us online at www.ttmcreative.com. At To the Moon Creative, we do more than just get your podcast off the ground. We help you take it to the moon.
Have you had a mentor to look up to in modeling, a mentor to ask questions of, or have you just basically are you self-taught?
I'm just kind of just winging it. I don't really know anybody because I'm in such a rural area. I don't really know the people from Nashville or Murfreesboro area.
That's why you get on pages and ask questions, okay?
Yeah, yeah, I am a member of a lot of the
Okay,
pages.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, and I do look at them, the pages sometimes, and I did. John got me to be a member
Okay,
of several
okay,
pages,
okay.
but I'm just kind of winging it, and I just do this when I have time and just to have fun, and I'm just riding this roller coaster, you know.
Okay, now, when you are learning your poses, are you one that has that big, tall, floor-length mirror in your bedroom and you're posing in front of the mirror? Oh, she's laughing now. I'm
I
listening.
do. Yeah, when I get one of those new outfits
Yeah.
from the thrift store,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I do.
Hey, that's how you learn, okay?
Yeah, sure.
You say, yeah, I look good in this pose. Yeah, this
Right.
pose is better. No, I don't like this the bed. Let me go back here now.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, doing
Yeah.
the Vogue.
Yeah, the Madonna
The
Vogue
Madonna.
pose. Yeah. That's how you learn, okay?
Yeah, you got to practice, and it's just like anything you want to succeed at.
Exactly
you've
right.
got to practice.
Right.
It
And
doesn't just
and
pop
it-
it.
right, and in the digital age, if you do that pose in the shoot, and the photographer doesn't like it, add delete. That's all it takes, okay?
Right. That's just it. You'll take 30 images and might get one or two that's great, So
Hey, if that's what
part
it
of
takes, that's what it takes,
Right,
okay?
right.
Don't worry about it.
Right. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't know anybody that can take 20, 25 shots and all of them to be keepers, okay?
Right,
That just don't happen.
right. I mean, there's times when everything's just right on,
Right.
and you've got it going, and the photographer's got it going, and you might have a good set like that.
I've had that. I've had a sequence of say 5, 6, even 7 shots that all of them are keepers. How do I decide which ones to edit? I just edit all 7 of them,
yeah.
okay? And then the following 10, why did I take that shot for? I don't know that. But it turns out to be that way. I don't understand.
Yeah.
You just get in a rhythm where you're getting it, I'm getting it, everything just basically
Yeah.
clicks, okay?
It's like the planets have aligned.
Exactly right.
And God sent a blessing down.
Exactly right. So, in your modeling, what disadvantages do you think you've had to overcome being a more mature lady as a model?
Well, definitely don't have the body of a 20-year-old. Um, that's for sure. Um, Definitely don't have the energy of the 20-year-old models.
Oh, tell me about that one now. Okay.
Just a one 2-hour set. I'm exhausted. My feet are killing me. I'm ready to go lay down. Yeah.
Got some high heels on, huh?
Yeah, the high heels
The
are
spike heels and everything.
torture. I usually bring me a like a pair of tennis shoes to walk around, in wherever we are
Yeah,
outside, and
yeah.
then I put the heels on while we shoot.
Okay, okay.
I got to cheat a little bit.
Put your Crocs on, huh?
Yeah. And then if I have to change outside, you got to give me a minute. It's going to take a little bit longer because I'm older. I got some arthritis going on. you know,
Uncle Arthur.
it takes me a little while longer, but it's not that big of a difference. And I got to dye my hair. It's gray.
Nah.
Yes, it is. But it's just part of it. Just a little hurdle. No
It
big
gives
deal.
you character, okay?
Mhm. And I can dye it any color I want.
Any color you want, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. And I can even put on a wig for, one of my pictures I'm going to show. I've got blue hair on, so can be a chameleon.
Yes, you certainly can.
That's right.
Your family feels about your modeling. I think you touched on earlier. Your family seeing your modeling photographs, and they're like, "Is that modeling? That's not what I've considered modeling. That's just somebody taking your picture."
Yeah, yeah. I think they're picturing maybe it looks like your senior pictures from high school is what they want it to appear to be.
Okay.
Um, but it's got to be a little more fiery than that.
It's got to be something that will draw your attention and keep your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Something that will, in some instances, raise a question. Okay, now, what is that person doing? What are they trying to portray? I'm someone that I like an image to show someone's personality.
Yeah.
I don't want someone that's just a deadpan all the time, okay? Whenever I get somebody smiling, I'm in heaven, okay? If I can photograph you with that pretty smile, oh yeah, we got it, okay?
Right. Right. Yeah, it's not all about the, you see some models just a stoic, straight face,
Mm-hmm.
and some of those are cool too. But you want the genuine smiles and the huge smiles and the laughs
Mm-hmm.
too. It's not all about the Grinch face, but you want the person this type of modeling. You want to see personality. Um, you want sometimes you're advertising something. Sometimes you're telling a story.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're just being yourself, or you're trying to portray something, or I don't know. It's just different. You're not just gonna sit in a chair and smile. There's so many more avenues.
I like to have a model show that she's having fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And by having fun, she is laughing, she's cutting up, she's doing some crazy facial looks, stuff of that nature. Because you will get that one good cover shot out of someone just being goofy, okay?
Yeah, laughing, kicking her heels up.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. Exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you the most happiest
Hmm.
doing modeling?
Sometimes when something funny happens that wasn't planned, somebody in the background behind the photographer. It could be a bird, a squirrel, one somebody that walks up and makes a funny gesture. Yeah,
Without
yeah.
naming any names, off the top of your head, do you know a funny story right now concerning one of your modeling shoots?
Hmm.
The first one comes to mind.
Well, I mean, we had some squirrels at Centennial Park, just going crazy behind us. Me and Captain Red Studios, Josh. And then with John Carter, we've had some lights that fell, behind us or behind him,
Yeah.
and then his smoke machine was like stuttering and spitting out just like it was coughing.
Model T Ford.
And then all of a sudden it came out at once, so we were both choking and dying in there. And it had to open all the doors. There's always something crazy happening. But a lot of times I've had photographers that keep shooting in between shots
Right.
or poses. They'll keep shooting and catch me just, slouching and laughing and ha 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 ha. And that's usually the best shots.
Yeah, they can be. The
When
candid
I'm
shots.
not posing. Like, but I'm just being natural, I guess. And to me, I'm like, well, that's not a good picture because I'm not ready.
Let's see. Yes, it is because
But-
you're doing this, you're doing that. Look at your face right here. This face look is ideal. I mean, you are so great doing this. You're beautiful doing this.
Yeah, but to them, they think it's great. So I'm like, okay, if you think it's great, I do too. So. We'll go with it.
How much control as a model do you have at a photo shoot, or how much control do you want over a photo shoot?
Well, everybody I've shot with so far, have let me just do what I want as far as posing. Sometimes they'll have ideas they'll
Okay.
throw in,
Okay.
but I've never had anybody that just demanded each time what to do, and that they always have good ideas. And sometimes I just go with it, whatever they say, and sometimes I throw something in what I want to do.
Okay.
But it's always just been pretty easygoing and a lax atmosphere.
If a photographer wants a certain pose from you, do you find it better if he verbally tries to describe what he wants, or if he goes on Pinterest and says, okay, here's a pose I want. Can you do this? Which is easiest?
It would be easier if I had the visual.
Okay.
Yes. Sometimes it's harder to describe things, but in the spur of the moment, they usually just tell you. It's harder.
Yeah.
Harder to get your phone out and go, look at this, look at this. But it would be easier to have the visual. Yeah.
Okay.
But most of the time I get what they're saying. I can do it.
Okay. Okay. Is there any point in modeling that you are just tensed up and you're just not quite feeling it? Is there any point that just this is not what I thought modeling was? Has that point ever come up yet?
No, not really, because I didn't know what modeling was
Okay.
in the beginning at all. So I didn't know what to expect. So I guess in a way it was all like that.
Okay. Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it was all like that but I wasn't tense about it. I was more worried about being prepared. Do I
Okay.
have everything I need?
Mhm.
How early should it be? Which I'm always running late. But I was more worried about that. But
Okay.
on site, I'm more anxious,
Mhm.
but never felt uncomfortable.
Okay.
I've been very lucky to work with good photographers,
Wonderful.
nice gentlemen, which I've only had one female photographer, but everybody's been really good. Knock on wood. I may end up with someone terrible, but
Hope not. Okay.
yeah, everybody here in Middle Tennessee has been great so
Wonderful.
far. Very courteous.
Wonderful. Okay, now, so let's take a look at the images you have brought us. Thank you for tuning in to the Model Connection podcast. Please like, follow, and subscribe on social media.
This is done at Blazing Carpet Studios by John Carter in Spencer, Tennessee.
Okay.
This was my first set of headshots I had ever done. So I had been researching poses
Okay.
and headshots. So I wanted to do something besides just sit there with a dumb look on my face.
You wanted to do something besides the 80s and 90s glamour shots, huh?
Right. Yes, definitely. And this is one of my favorite of the group that we took. I just wanted some expression. And I just wanted to grab my hair and wanted to do a frustration shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was one of my favorite of the whole group. And each one I did a different expression.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is when you said you had the a green wig on?
Yeah, the green. That was my first rodeo doing a wig. And it actually worked out pretty good. And this was taken at Exit Inn down on Elliston Place.
Okay.
There at the parking garage next to Elliston,
Okay.
or Exit Inn, by Cap to Red Studios with Josh. And I just wanted to do like a gothic bikerish whatever look, and just mixed it up. And I thought, why don't I just do something with the hair color, something different. I was tired of the humdrum. And he's like, let's walk over here to this graffiti and throw that in there with it. And he said, this will match your hair. I was like, okay. And I just thought it was really cool the way it blended in there. And he also took me down through there by Exit Inn where all the artists had signed on the wall there that had performed there. And that was just so neat. That's the first time I had ever been there. And that's one thing about this modeling journey I've been on that I'm enjoying is I'm seeing things that I've never seen before and going places I've never been before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And luckily I've had good people to take me there and show me things, And we also did a shoot at Centennial Park in that same day, and I had never been to Centennial Park. And that was just beautiful. The flowers were still blooming. But that particular day, I had to change at McDonald's, and that was a horrible story. It was like a 2-hour wait to get in there. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and this image here is a glamour shot, you might say?
This was my only, one and only time doing a take at boudoir, which I'm not opposed to doing it. It's just not my forte. I feel myself a little tense when I do it, but, I'm capable. But this was taken at Falcon Manor. It's like a really, really old historic hospital, which they've turned it into a hotel now in Warren County. And this was with Brian Terry. And I think he's started a page called Pink Kitten now. But anyway, I just thought it was really, really neat. Got the little bunny ears and did like a tutu. And it's made on one of those old couches from, I think, the 40s, 30s, 40s.
Okay. I was thinking
Victorian.
Victorian, yeah.
Yeah, Victorian. I love that Victorian style furniture with the claw feet. This one was made with Don Schiffer. He's a photographer in Dayton, Tennessee. And we took about a 2-mile hike down through laurel snow management area. It's like a state park, but they call it a management type area. And this was the one that I said was one of my favorite experiences because it was just casual. I had just like a little white cotton dress and a hat. And it was so hot that day, and mosquitoes were eating us up. So well, he said, let's just do a water shoot. So I jumped in the water over there and waded halfway in. But the rocks were so slick. I like to kill myself getting in there. But anyway, got in there and cooled off. Thank goodness. But
I was going to ask how cold was the water.
it was very cold. That creek water is something else. This was an interesting shot here. We went, my daughter and I, to a place in Sparta. Pamela Claytor is the lady's name, and she is a really, really good retro photographer. She has been published multiple times in Retro Lovely magazine. She is an expert at retro photography and other stuff too. But anyway, she was running a special doing like a 40s style glamour movie type set. So I was like, I'm going to try that. I've never done like an evening gown, old style movie type theater.
The Rita
look.
Hayworth, Mae West.
Yes.
40s, 50s look.
Yeah, I thought that would be neat. I'm going to try that. So I went in, and this was the best look I did of the set.
That's a great look.
Yeah.
Black and white,
I thought I might try that again sometime and, do some more in a different dress or whatever.
Those are some fantastic images. And you've only been doing this 4 years, and you've accomplished so much. Published, you've got some fantastic images. How did you get to be so good so quick?
I don't know. I've just had the right people in my path, that have helped me along the way, or the right photographers, in my inbox. And it all started out with John Carter. I'll give him complete credit for approaching me and hanging with me. And he kept asking me for, more shoots. And, several of my publications have come from his work.
Okay.
Yeah.
What criteria do you go by or use when you decide who you're going to work with? I want to know, so I may need to step up my game.
Well, I just look at their past work, past accomplishments. And, if I look and it's all, I hate to say this, but if it's all pictures of girls with their boobs hanging out, I'm like, where's your focus? That's all it is. I mean, I'm just saying it's all nudity.
Okay.
You know.
If a photographer is not showing your style, you're just passing by,
Right,
correct?
right. And don't get me wrong, the female body is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. It's a piece of art.
Right.
But I think that gets abused at times. But anyway, it's not in my genre, my forte, whatever. So I look to see who he's worked with, if I know any of the names, if anything sounds familiar, and how long he's been in the business, and if he's local, if it's going to be a long drive, because I have an 18-year-old daughter.
Okay.
I still have her at home, so I keep tabs on her, and I also go to school. Trying to get my bachelor's finished.
Wow.
So I don't want to travel very far.
A bachelor's degree in
criminal justice.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I'm also trying to get a part-time job maybe. So along with it, I get a little busy sometimes.
Proud for you.
So,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. It's a bucket list.
A bucket list.
Yeah,
That's awful
yeah.
big bucket. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a near-death experience years ago. I was
Oh,
in a car accident. So it kind of changed my outlook on life, and I want to do a few things and accomplish a few things. And, modeling has helped me along the way and helped keep my mind occupied and made me feel better about myself. So,
okay. 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 Real quick. I'm just amazed still you have accomplished so much in just a short period of time. For the newbies out there, young girls thinking about following your footsteps,
mhm.
what sound advice worked for you that you feel confident in passing on to them?
I would tell them not to listen to naysayers, um, to follow what is their instinct and do the things that they have in mind to begin with. And don't let anything a photographer says influence what they really have their goal
Mm-hmm.
in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they have good advice and you need to follow it. And sometimes it's not necessarily what your goal is, but pay attention to the other ladies, the other models, what they're doing. Sometimes that can really help you. I do watch, say, on Instagram, what their poses look like, what they're doing. Practice it. Practice it. I mean, it's available. It's free. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to spend a lot of money to do this.
Right.
You really don't.
A good will can be your best friend.
Well, sure. Yeah. A lot of the stuff's in your closet. You really don't have
Yeah,
to buy
yeah.
it. Mm-hmm.
Karen Hollingsworth, you have been just a fantastic, awesome guest. Thank you for being my guest on the Model Connection podcast.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Eric. I really do.
Everyone, I can highly recommend this lady for your next modeling project. She is just a dream to sit down across the table from and talk to. She will definitely be worth a look-see when you look for your next model, okay? Karen Hollingsworth. And Karen, real quick, for the people that want to contact you, where can they find you on social media?
My Facebook page is just Karen Hollingsworth. My Instagram is Lawd, LAWD, _, have _mercy _
Lord have mercy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Karen, thank you so very, very much.
Well, you're welcome. I'm just happy to be here. I really am.
Thank you for tuning into the Model Connection podcast. Please like, follow, and subscribe on social media and everywhere you get your podcast. Links are in the description. Thank you and bye-bye.